meme what?
That one meme where like the puppet is looking at the person is like really like I don't know. You know what I'm talking about if you saw it.
Yeah. Yeah. Probably.
It's like a
I
white
gotta
puppet.
see it. Oh, send me that. But we're live, ladies and gentlemen. This is Ebb and Flow. Yep. Yep. We're live. We have a new guest with us, Daisha. How are you today?
I'm doing good. Hola.
What's up with you just seen? Anything new?
Chilling, man. I'm chilling. Trying to get back on my music because I've been slacking lately, but classes
Right.
started this week, so back to school and all that stuff.
Mm.
Right. Right. Yeah. Everybody check out Diverse 712 on SoundCloud.
Yes,
Check out
sir.
their Instagram. Check out their yeah, check it all out.
Also follow me on
Um,
Instagram at J_OB97. J_OBIE97.
you have to write that down somewhere.
Oh, I got it. You write it down right now.
Um, but yeah, let's go ahead and get started since I know you got places to be and people to see.
Yeah, yeah.
So first topic we'll talk about is we'll get the Nicki Minaj thing out the way because I'm kind of just done with that situation. But so earlier this week, I think it was Monday, the BMA Awards were Monday, and I forgot exactly what happened, but basically Nikki won an award, and she said, "I got a special treat for y'all on my Queen Radio later." And if you tuned in to her Queen Radio, or if you're on Twitter or Instagram at all, you heard her calling Travis the whole ass nigga because I guess basically he she didn't like how she doesn't think his music's good at all for the like initially just because of the whole auto tune thing, and also she was basically calling out like how he sold his records like with the whole um involving Kylie and their baby. Um, so do y'all think she has a point or is she bugging?
Um, for one, I think I'll just say that she's definitely bugging because, like, Travis Scott doesn't need Kylie Jenner and he doesn't need to talk about Kylie Jenner and Stormy and all that stuff to help him get sales. Like, people were messing with Travis Scott since way back before he was with Kylie Jenner. Like, he's talented. Like, he's better than Nicki Minaj, in my opinion. And, like, he can rap. He has the melodies. Like, he has the nice beats. And like Nikki's good too. Like I'll give that to her, but I just think that
Wait,
she's.
we saying Travis can rap now?
I think Travis could rap, yeah. Like in terms of like lyricism, like he's not like top tier, but he's definitely way better than most of the like rappers that are out right now. So, but yeah, I mean,
Mm.
like Nikki's good. Like I'll give that to her. I think I'll give her credit. Like she's talented and all that, but I think she's just hating on him because she's mad that he got more sales.
Yeah, I think Nikki's bugging. Um, After much deliberation, though, I kind of felt her. She was touching people's hearts.
Oh,
I
word.
feel like in the beginning, and also she wasn't just saying. I mean, the market thing is a stretch because everybody does what they can to try and get sales, but also she was saying that he was selling the clothes bundles or whatever, and those bundles were like had album codes, so they were going towards his sales. So I
Oh,
mean,
really?
Right.
that's valid. Yeah,
Hmm.
But okay, so
but still, like her major point was like, oh, the Stormy thing, but like everybody's doing what they can to get their like, bitch, you're doing all this to get your sales, so all
Exactly.
she did was post Stormy. You look so
right,
sad.
yeah, yeah. Like didn't she also have like she was selling shirts,
Yeah, yeah.
promoting
Mhm.
that song with 6ix9ine, Fifi. Like she was doing her own thing too. So is she?
Mhm.
And it's not really even Travis's fault that they're accepting it. It's Billboard's fault. So I don't know. It's just weird. Like, why are you gonna go at Travis? Like, you're not
Yeah.
even paying mind. You just sound kind of salty. But
Yeah.
I
Like,
mean, I do want to hear like a perspective. Like, I don't know any Nicki Minaj fans, but I do want
I don't
to.
know any Nicki Minaj fans.
None. None at all.
I mean, it's a
But
Twitter. Like,
what'd you say?
so you'd be surprised. Like, it's a lot of Nicki Minaj fans on Twitter. Like, they'd be like,
Mhm.
complete stands. Talking about, oh, she's the queen. We stand. All that stuff. Like,
Yeah,
there's a lot of fans.
we could have a whole other stream on Nicki Minaj fans because I feel like some of them got mental illness.
Yeah.
But, but yeah, I'll chill on that. Um, but I don't know. Did Nicki do anything else crazy this week after the VMAs?
Um, let me see.
I think the wave's dying down.
Yeah, I just think I heard about the podcast that she had. She was just going off on him completely and calling him all that stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much all I heard.
Yeah,
Yeah. She's just doing a lot to keep up. I feel like she rushed her album, like talking about, I was working on my album the minute before, writing for it, recording for it the minute before it came out. I mean, I understand that, but you were saying it was late too. Like she wanted it to be even later, and then she dropped it earlier, and like her tour is just falling. Like it's not all set up and things. I feel like she's just really trying to push herself to like be up there. And she should
right.
just chill because she was already straight. She had her little fan base, like you said. They out there for her. She just needs to chill.
Yeah, she's wilding. But yeah, let's just get off that Nicki topic because we giving her free promo at this point. um, all right, so next topic, the Trump impeachment rumors. So are y'all familiar with what's been going on with Trump this past week?
As far as what?
Um, well, his lawyer recently pled guilty to paying. So like how he's been accused of sexual assault and all of that,
Yeah.
and like that I don't know if, I want to say she's a prostitute, but she might be an adult film star. So, anyways, he basically paid off women, and his lawyer pled guilty to like being complicit in that.
Oh, really?
Um, yeah. And so, yeah, and also Trump, he was like on Twitter talking about like nobody, he talking bad about his old lawyer, talking about you don't want him as a lawyer or whatever. But anyways, so like if Trump gets impeached, you guys think that's good or bad for the country?
Mm.
Uh, Go ahead, Nathan.
Yeah. I feel like you don't really know because his vice president, Pence, right? He's wild as fuck
Yeah.
and crazy as fuck, and he's just VP, so he can't really do anything. But he's like telling Trump like all the, I guess, Republican things that he should do to like appease. their side or whatever. So if he gets impeached and Pence gets up there and he knows what he's doing and he has an agenda, that's something.
Right.
But then there's only 1 year left either way. So Trump is really dumb. He's really not going to get too much more done. I mean, he's moving, but nobody's going to vote in, I think, what he's trying to get in. Not within the year. But I don't even know if they'll impeach them. They're silent, I feel like, in the Congress right now. Ain't nobody doing shit. The Democrats definitely aren't doing anything. They're trying to get prepared for the presidency, and they're not even worried about this nigga. So I don't know. It's up in the air.
Yeah, I don't know. I think like Pence, he's definitely probably like smarter and probably has a plan. It's like even if you impeach Trump, you got to deal with him, and he'll probably get more support from the right wings than Trump, just because besides Trump's core support, he's not really getting a lot of other support, outside of that core demographic. So I don't know. And Pete, like you said, Daisha, like if he's gonna be out in a year, we might as well just endure it, and then hopefully don't make the same mistake twice. But this is America, home of the free, land of the idiots.
Yeah, what you said, but
Great contribution.
no, sorry, I had like a phone call. I was trying to.
Oh, no, you good? If you gotta step out, take it.
No, I wasn't serious. I was just telling her to text me, but basically, what I would say about that whole situation, like I'm not gonna lie, I'm not like too informed about like what's been going on about it. But I don't think it would be like I don't think it would be that serious or that much of a change if Trump got impeached. Just because I feel like it's just gonna be Pence being president, and it's not gonna be like much of a difference. I feel like it's like all the same stuff. Like they're all the same team and all that stuff. Like I feel like it won't really do much. And yeah, like Daisha said, it's only just 1 year left. So
okay, so on the flip side, if Trump stays in power, even though he doesn't know what he's doing, he's still getting shit done. He's still, this recent thing with the, not allowing, like separating the, immigrants and people coming across the border, separating the children and their families. That's a really bad thing. So I don't know. It's
no, I was gonna say he is kind of wild because he did have people in cages and whatnot. That's kind of crazy. Yeah. So, but when I said that, I think I meant he's not really gonna do anything that's gonna make too much of a lasting or permanent change. Like, hopefully, he's already supposed to have the executive order to reunite families, and hopefully, whoever goes in there next, like, dismantles that shit. But like, if he was to like get the budget for the wall and they were able to start working on it for a year, I don't know, maybe then it would be like, fuck, but I don't even know. Or if he's like nominating a Supreme Court justice who's super right or something like that, so that could be bad too, but I don't know.
Yeah, because I don't know, you can really make an argument for both, because if Trump stays in power, we still look incompetent as a nation. We still risk getting into war with like other countries. It's really like, choose what you think is worse: having someone who, you don't agree with their policies at all, but they know what they're doing in power, or having someone who has no idea what they're doing and is just really incompetent, but they're not really getting anything significant done on purpose, at least. So like it's kind of like which is the lesser of two evils,
Right.
in a lose-lose situation for most people. But okay, we can move on to the next topic, which is so have y'all heard about that girl who was hired at NASA and fired after for her language?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah. So the girl was hired at, huh?
I don't know. I just thought that was so funny. Like when I saw it on Twitter.
Yeah.
Like really? Like why would you do that to yourself? But yeah, continue.
No, yeah. So yeah, she basically she tweeted, "Everyone, shut the fuck up. I got accepted for a NASA internship." And so this one guy, Homer Hickam, who is on the National Space Council that oversees NASA, he commented to her language. She had to get real disrespectful and say, suck my dick and balls. I'm working at NASA." And then Homer Hickam said, "And I am on the National Space Council that oversees NASA, dumbass." So it's like, so then, he had nothing to do with it, but she was using, I guess her friends were using the NASA hashtag, so NASA got wind of it and they saw it and they fired her. And so, they fired her, and people started getting on him because they felt like he was the reason she got fired. But no, like, so like, what do you guys think about that? As far as like, should she be fired for that, or is it unfair that she's fired?
I don't know. It's just I would say that. I guess I'll start off by saying that first of all, like she shouldn't have been dumb enough to tweet that and to like use that language and put NASA in the same sentence, because like that at this point like you kind of represent the company like in some sense
Right.
because you're working for them, and like you can't just use that language. And obviously if it's on Twitter, so if you put NASA in the same sentence as like other stuff, then like people are gonna see NASA, oh, she works for NASA, and then they're gonna see that she also used this language, and like it's just a bad look on NASA as a whole. So like she should have been smart enough to not do that on Twitter. Like if I got accepted for an internship for a job, I wouldn't be like, oh yeah, I'm the new motherfucking worker for like. So like, I'm not gonna like. I'm just gonna like. I probably won't even tweet about it. Like I'll probably just keep it on the low, or maybe like post a little something, but for her to like be dumb enough to use that language, like she should have been smarter. But I don't know. At the same time, I feel like after the first tweet that she put, like everyone shut the F up. I'm working for NASA. Like I feel like that shouldn't have gotten her fired. Like that's not bad enough to get her fired. But then I don't know what it was that got. I feel like it was when she said "suck my dick and balls." I work for NASA. Like that. Okay, at that point, like yeah, like that kind of makes sense that she got fired. And I'm not gonna say that she shouldn't have got fired, because like that's like you're making the company look bad at that point. And like maybe
and niggas get fired every day that they post on social media.
Yeah.
Like whether it be, I mean, obviously there's a difference between like, hostess or, weird. Well, actually, no, because she did say, it's like, what? She did say all that to like a dude who's on the National Council.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, every day, like people are responsible for the things that they tweet. Shoot, like you could, if you're in a position, if you're in a position as a celebrity, they can go through your tweets 7 years back, pull up something that you tweeted 7 years ago, and use that to like start a social media lynching mob on you, and you'll lose your job.
Yep.
So it's really just like the culture we live in now, the day and age we're in right now, where you gotta be careful of what you're posting online, um, whether it's fair or not. At the end of the day, it's gonna happen. You could potentially lose your job for what you say.
Yeah, and like so for me, like I work at FAU as an orientation leader, and like sometimes I have to like I wouldn't even really say I have to watch what I say on social media because it's not like they're checking for me all at all times. So like, I still
Right.
like curse on social media every now and then, but like I like when it comes to talking about like FAU itself, like I'm not gonna put the school in a bad light because I could lose my job for stuff like that. I'm gonna be like, wow, FAU is trash. Like FAU is the worst school. Like even if I do feel that way, I'm not gonna say that because that's gonna put me in a bad light. People are gonna see like, oh, this FAU orientation leader is talking so much trash. Like that's how they're gonna see it. They're not gonna see it as Jasim Obi said this. They're gonna see it as this FAU employee said this about the school that he works for, and like that's just
Exactly.
gonna put the school in a bad light. So like I'm gonna be careful and make sure that I don't say things like that, so that like I don't have to have that talk with my supervisor and lose my job.
Yeah.
Because like that's what they always tell us. Like they always be like, like you represent. Like when you wear that red FAU polo with FAU on it, like you gotta represent your school in a good way. And that's why I have to be careful of like stuff I say with whether I'm like on the job or talking about stuff on social media.
Right. And I mean, yeah, it all makes sense. And so apparently, the guy, what's his name, Homer Hickam, he's a Vietnam vet, so he said he's not offended at all by the word, and he said when he saw NASA and the word used together, it occurred to him that this person might get in trouble if NASA saw it, so he just tweeted to her language,
Right.
and look at that, she she wilding out had to say suck my dick and balls to him, and that kind of got her in trouble.
Yeah.
But this is a cool dude because she reached out to him with an apology, and he's doing what he can right now to try and get her internship back, and make sure there's no mark on her record. So he's still doing what he can to help her out and see her prosper.
Yeah, but like another point I would make is if even if he wasn't working for NASA, even if he was just some regular person, like still, why would you say that? If somebody comments language under your tweet, like why would you reply back to them? Suck my blah blah blah. I'm working for NASA. Like why? Like if that's just a regular person. Like that person can like call NASA and get her fired for that. Like I don't know. They
Yeah.
could do something. Like you ever seen those people? Like when people on Twitter get offended nowadays, they'll like find the person's job or like what company they work for and
Yep.
report them, make them lose their job. So like, why would you do that to yourself?
Right.
I don't know. You just got to be smart.
Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of ironic, you getting an internship at NASA. You got to be like, somewhat smart, and she kind of did something pretty dumb, but obviously, like at the same time, that shouldn't be reflective of her as an individual. She made a mistake. She's young, so maybe I guess she deserves another chance. I think it's just I don't know. I still feel like she did the most, but that's good for her. That if she gets the internship back. What about you, Daisha? Any thoughts, comments?
Yeah, I agree. I agree with what you guys were saying. I think I'm torn. Like, yeah, she probably was wilding out with what she said, but also like she was just on Twitter replying to some rando. It's not like she was like at NASA talking to somebody and she said suck my dick and balls. She was like look not really in her private life because she was on Twitter, which is public, but I just think it's a step, like you were saying, Sandisa, towards like everything being public. especially if you put it on a social site or something like that. But even when you're out somewhere doing something, you can be recorded by somebody else, and what you're doing in your private life can become public. So
But
I just
to get at the point where you were saying like, you know, she was responding to some rando. Um,
yeah.
so like, like I was going through like some comments like on one of the articles I read about this, and apparently like people say like if you're going to work at NASA and you're not aware of who Homer Hickam is, then you shouldn't be working there. So
Whatever. That's stupid. Who the fuck?
like,
What the fuck is the National Space Council? I didn't even know there was a council over NASA. I thought NASA was NASA's council.
hey,
I'm
but
supposed to know who
exactly,
Homer Hickam is. No,
but
I'm an intern and I'm excited and I'm lit and I'm on my Twitter. And then
but you
Homer Hickam come in my space talking about watch your language.
Homer Hickam trying to help you out.
Yeah,
Homer,
that's what. But from her perspective,
yeah, from her
and she
perspective.
lost her internship. I mean, I feel NASA, like, we can't have nobody out here saying it's like my dick and balls. But would NASA have ever found it if it didn't
I
go
keep saying that.
viral? You know, like, oh, sorry. You know, like, not like if it would have just stayed between her and her little clique, they would have never knew.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
then, like, it became public, so they found out about it, and she lost her internship. So, like, what is really private? You gotta, like, even is your private profile private? No, because that um remember, I don't know if you guys saw that teacher. She was like pole dancing in her private home.
Yeah.
Or she posted it to her private Facebook and it went public and she
But
lost
why
her
would you
job.
do that?
But yeah, why would you do that? That's out of control. But like, that's the day and age we live in. Like, your private will be public. I mean, I feel like there was a time when that might have said private.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like once you put it on the internet, it's not safe at all. Like
True. That's true. That's true.
like anything that touches the internet is unsafe.
That's
You
true.
got hackers. You know, you got all sorts of people who can get your information. It's like I don't know. It's kind of like if someone made like you know, a home video or something. You know what I mean? And they posted it on a private Facebook page. Like what?
Mm-hmm.
And then they get surprised when it gets leaked.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, it's just wild. What's all
Huh?
that noise? No,
Oh,
you said a lot of noise.
my laptop is really weird. Like it gets all these notifications and like I don't know what to do about it.
Oh, okay. Um, okay, so you know, any other comments on that?
Not really.
Mm,
I said all.
yeah. No.
Okay. So next topic, we'll so we're all aware of TLC, right? TLC's Chili.
Mm-hmm.
TLC's chili.
Yeah. I don't want no screw. You know what I'm talking about?
I know this group TLC. I guess I don't know.
Usher dated Chili. I don't know. That might have been before your time.
Did Usher date Chili?
Yeah.
Oh.
Why you say it like that?
I just didn't know.
Yeah. So all right. So basically, Chili. I don't know if she put out a PSA. I don't know how this became news, but I saw it. And I thought it could lead to like an interesting topic. But basically, TLC's Chili is encouraging Black women to date outside their race. Is this a good message? And what are y'all's thoughts on interracial dating?
She's encouraging them?
Yeah. She said you might not find you limiting yourself to like a certain demographic, and your Mr. Right might not even be the same race as you or whatever.
Um, I think that especially as a black person, anything you do, the people you're around, especially who you choose to like be with, all of that stuff, given the time that we're in and like all the stuff that we suffer and what we're going through, all that is a political statement. So if you choose to go outside of the community, I mean, I'm not going to say that you have all these other intentions for or not for the black community, but at least you're not in it to at least uplift and empower one person of the opposite or same gender. So I don't know what you're really doing initially until I get to know you more and see what you're about.
Right.
Yeah.
I personally have no issue with interracial dating or anything like that. But like, I feel like if the yeah, I don't want to sound like a what do you
Go
call
ahead. Go ahead.
it? No, I feel like this is like, but okay, let me just be honest. Like, if the roles were flipped, if a black man was saying that black men should date outside their race, then he would get destroyed by black women everywhere. So, but like, I guess it's different in a way because I guess sometimes black women might feel like black women don't love them as much as black men might love other races. But I don't know. I feel like there's plenty of black men out there that love black women, and same thing the other way around. There's plenty of black women that love black men. So like, but I just feel like the roles were switched. If a black man was saying that, then he would get destroyed by like black girls everywhere. You'd be like, oh, why can't you have a black girl? Like,
Right.
but like, I have no issue with interracial dating, and I think you just love who you love, and it shouldn't be about race.
Yeah. That's a good sentiment. Um. Yeah. I mean, I because I was having this conversation somewhat with like another black woman the other day, and she was basically saying like the pool of black men to choose from is very the pool of I guess selectable black men. So like her high standards, they gotta be have an education, gotta be making a certain amount of money, not have been to jail, not have any kids or whatever. That certain pool of men is like really, really small or whatever. So it's like women women who are looking for that, it's going to be hard for them to find that kind of guy. And so I guess Shirley's basically saying, you can find that kind of guy in another demographic, and he might be just as good for you. But my only thing is like, well, does that is that a good message to promote? Is that helping the black community or
Hmm.
not?
What's the message? Oh, you should look elsewhere.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think relationships. A lot of people are looking for something already. They have an idea already of what it is or what it should be that they want or that they want in their life. But I think that it should be about that, but also like growing and evolving and all those different things together. So helping each other and allowing each other to see like a bigger picture and things like that. So if you're looking for something like that, you may not necessarily think or want to hear that you should go outside your demographic. I mean, maybe you should, who knows, whatever. But if you're just like, I want this, 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 and that, and the black man or the black men around me aren't giving me that, I'm going to go elsewhere, then it's more difficult to kind of relate to what it is that you're looking for or that you want. Because there are, there's a pool. Black men are out there, obviously.
Oh
But
yeah.
but a lot of black women, after so long, after going through so many things, as black men, like it's hard, a whole life of everything. I don't even know what you went through, but I know there were certain things that you went through, and I know some of those things are specifically because of the color of your skin. So sometimes when they get to a point when they have all those things, and I guess equally this is men too. When they have all those things, they're like, I need this, that, and the other. But depending on where you are or what you see in front of you, you're not necessarily able to grab that. So it depends on how long or how far you're willing to lend your search. But black men, black women, we out here, we struggling.
Just seems like I gotta work on these waves.
I'm listening though. I'm listening.
No, yeah, I mean, yeah, I feel that. I can't really like I don't like if especially like if I'm aware of like the stuff I gotta go through as a black man, like and then like I can't just be going around, looking for Becky,
Yeah.
expecting her to understand my struggle. Maybe Bianca, because
But some black men do. We got two. We got two. It's black. And this is maybe from other people's perspectives in our class and at our school, just generally. Like two of the black men there, they go, and I told you this. A lot of them go to the lightest woman there. Where's the lightest woman I can find? And that's where we find struggle too, because that's just easy when any person you go to, and especially with all the black women around you at Howard, there's going to be something or whatever that you're going to have to compromise with. That's not going to be perfect or whatever. So for you to just say, that's what I need, that's what I want. It's like, what are you really looking for?
yeah, I mean, yeah, but I don't know, like, all right, well, so are y'all? I don't know. It's just weird, man. Like sometimes I feel like I'm trying to say something without sounding crazy or without sounding like disrespectful too. But it's
What
like,
you
all
got to say?
right, relax. So basically, like I'm sure there's plenty of guys at Howard checking for like the black women there, like dark skinned and all. Like I'm not like, but it's just like, are y'all checking for the same ones checking for you, or is the ones that you want just not giving you the time of day? You know,
Mm-hmm.
like I don't know. Sometimes like black women make it seem like these black men just don't want me. When like I know for a fact y'all walk down the street and y'all will get catcalled all day.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, did you hear what you said? Y'all will get catcalled?
Well, yeah, and I'm not saying like that's the kind of attention you want. I'm just saying like
Oh, yeah.
like that's not true. Like men do want you. Like it's just like y'all acting like it's like y'all have like this box and like only a few niggas can fit inside this box. And if they don't want you, then like, oh, they don't want black men don't want us.
Yeah, that's personal. And a lot of black people in general have a lot of um different things they need to deal with because they've been through a lot. So that's just when people look at relationships for the wrong reason. I think like you you yes, you have whatever you want, but like Jasim said, who you fall in love with is who you fall in love with. And like there's issues that are gonna come with that. It's just what are you willing to deal with?
Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay. Next topic. Kodak Black's free. So we're gonna place bets on when he's going back.
He's never going back. He learned his lesson.
Wait a minute. I heard that he already went back.
Stop. No, he didn't. Stop.
Let me look it up real quick because I saw it on Twitter somewhere.
Justin, he just got out like Wednesday.
At least I'm telling you, on Twitter, I heard that the day after he got free, he went back. And then people were like, never mind, don't free that nigga.
Damn.
That's wild. I mean, if he's not back, then I give it 6 months.
It's the system.
It's the system.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want to know like the particulars about like his I guess like him being allowed to be out, because I know like Meek Mill had like his thing was like as a rapper he had to be put on probation and limited to a certain area, so it was like he was pretty much screwed whatever he did. So like I do want to look into like if there's any what's the word, I guess guidelines about his freedom.
Right. Yeah, actually, I don't know. I don't think he went back to jail though. That was probably just a joke or something. But like, yeah, I feel like it's all in the system. Like it's messed up because Meek Mill went to jail because he was on probation. He like violated his probation for like, and all he did was like ride a BMX bike or something. And he rode a dirt bike and he got in trouble for that. I don't know the full story, but I'm pretty sure like that's what happened. But like stuff like that, like if you can go to jail for that, like that's just messed up. And it's just like it was built for them to fail and to get arrested and go to jail.
Yeah, and then the problem with prisons nowadays is that it's not beneficial to the prisoner at all. Like it's actually detrimental for them, like especially like once they leave prison and go back into society. Like a lot of people, they go in, that like especially like if you went in for like a petty crime like selling weed, and then like you're in there for like 2 years, and those 2 years like you're surrounded by like other hardened criminals, and in that type of environment you gotta do more stuff to pretty much survive. And it's like by the time you come out, you're pretty much like almost a hardened criminal yourself, like or like what other hardened criminals know. And it's like it's not an environment which fosters your growth for society, your contribution to society. It's just they send you out and you're pretty much expected to come right back in.
Right.
Rather than like rehabilitating you and helping you with whatever stuff you got, just making you go to like it's pretty much causing you to go to jail. It's just like, I mean, it's a capitalist system where we want people in jail, so we're gonna just keep doing that.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a slavery system kind of, because they go into prison and they have to do all this work and get little pay for it, and all it's doing is making more money. Like all they're doing is helping out the system. Like they're making more money for them. They're doing all this labor, and they're not getting anything back for it. They say that America is like America makes up 5% of the population of the world's population, but yet Americans make up 25% of the world's prisons or something like that. It's crazy.
Yeah, because they be making money off of prisons. Like,
Yeah, that's just how you know. Like, it's like they're not even. It's not even really about justice. It's really. I mean, it is to an extent, but it's not even. It's just about money. I feel like it's really messed up.
Right.
Yeah, agreed. It's definitely a slave system. That's what they used them for. In the Constitution, the amendment, it says no slavery or servitude except for punishment of crimes, and that's what they use it for. All different types of shit. They talked about it in my constitutional law class. Like, apparently, when there was that big oil spill in the Gulf of Mexico, it was prisoners that went out there and cleaned it up, and got paid nothing for it. In Gainesville, they have prisoners do all the road work. In Florida, when the hurricane came, they had prisoners giving people I mean, that's community work, but they had prisoners giving people sandbags to protect their homes, getting paid for nothing. It's
and I hear like crazy things where like they'll get paid like 19 cents an hour.
Yeah.
For working. Like, you could work 40 hours a week and probably only have like $5 to your name after that.
Right.
And then when you come out in society, you know, depending on if you have loved ones or not who still care for you, come out, you have hardly any money to your name, and you know, you might either end up homeless or committing another crime.
Right.
Yeah. They keep paying you for nothing and make all this money off of you. All the prisons are private too.
Right. Yeah.
And that's crazy.
Just wow. Because they have their own sorts of rules and yeah. But just seeing this last topic, this will be the last topic, I think, because I know you gotta go. But you wanna talk about that? Bring it up, because I forgot exactly what it was.
What, the J. Cole thing that I sent you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, J. Cole was trying to like he tweeted about the what is it called? Like the strike that's going on, like
the prison strike.
The prison strike that's going on countrywide, and he wanted to like bring light to that because he thinks it's like a really good thing that's happening. And basically, what's happening is like, I read that in the article he posted. It's like 19 countries across America are like, 19 states across America are like involved in the strike that's going on, and basically they're protesting like just the unjust like prison policies and the kind of like the slavery that's going on, like that we mentioned, like it's like basically modern day slavery. Like they're protesting that. Yeah. Like protesting, they're doing like sit-ins, they're doing hunger strikes. Yeah. They're doing, just like different kinds of strikes to protest all the unjust and unfair things that are going on. Like, because apparently like the British justice system or something like that, they ruled the American prison system. They ruled that like unhumane or something like that. And
oh wait, are you talking about the United Nations?
Well, I read in the article, it said like the British justice system or something like that. Okay. They basically said that the American prison system is like illegal, or like what they're doing is like unlawful, and like it's inhumane and things like that. And it's just like, yeah, basically J. Cole was just trying to bring light to the strike to the prison strike that's been going on. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, like I have the article right here. I can like go in depth with it.
Yeah, I see it. I'm looking at it right now. Um, yeah, that's just crazy. Like, you know, I, and obviously you're gonna have people who feel that they're criminals. If they didn't want to be treated like that, they shouldn't have committed crimes. They should, they're getting what they deserve. And it's like people like really just don't understand like how some things in this country work.
Yeah,
Like I could like it's just hard to explain. Like if I if I you're gonna tell me if I sell a dime bag and I end up getting convicted and going to jail for like 5 years, you think I deserve to be treated like an animal? To be subjected to that kind of stuff over a dime bag?
right. And like, yeah, it's just so like evil. I feel like, and so apparently with the strike, it started August 25th and set to end September 9th. And apparently those are significant dates because August 21st, what does it say? The strike. So August 21st, it's like 47 years after African American activist George Jackson was shot dead during an escape attempt from San Quentin prison in California. And
Dang.
on the 9th, that's where it's scheduled to end on September 9th, which is the anniversary of the Attica prison uprising when inmates took over the correctional facility in upstate New York. So like that kind of makes me like wonder like what do they have planned? Are they going to try to do something like recreate something like that or like
Some boss shit.
yeah, like that would be cool.
But that's kind of
And
wild too. Like
yeah, like a lot of
it's
people would
like
die if something happens like that. Like that would be a huge story. So many
yeah,
people would die. Like that'd
it
be
would be a hostage situation.
yeah.
Like
And like, but imagine if they're successful with something like that.
Hmm. That's awesome. I didn't even know about that.
Hmm.
It's been happening since August 21st.
Yeah.
Hmm.
but like
And
do we think like the strike is gonna be successful in that like they're gonna changes are gonna be made or
yeah, like
because
that's what I was wondering. Cause like I would hope that changes can be made from it. I feel like maybe small changes will be made from it. But at the same time, I feel like so many people are just like they can't even really grasp like the reality of it just because they don't really see it. And all they know is, oh well, these inmates like they deserve to be in jail, so they deserve what's happening to them. And like, I feel like they don't completely grasp like the unfairness of it and all that stuff. So I feel like for that reason, it might not go as far as it can. It might not make as much progress as it can or as it should. But I feel like some progress will definitely come from it.
yeah, I mean I'm hoping like it's definitely bringing awareness to the issue. You
Hmm.
know, you got someone like J. Cole speaking on it,
True.
so that's what's up. It's just like the I don't know the people who run these because prisons are basically like corporations at this point. Where like you know the people who own it are making hella money. So it's just like, is this going to be enough for like I don't know? We need more. We need more awareness. We need more public outrage for like something to be done. Because that's really how the only way how things gonna change. Like nowadays, like there has to be like outrage on social media and stuff for people to actually be like okay and bend and you know do all that stuff. So it's yeah, that's basically it.
Yeah.
Oh, and I see where it says strike organizers have spelled out 10 demands. I'm about to read them off.
Oh.
Give me a second. Okay, so press release: National Prisoner Strike, August 21st to September 9th, 2018. Men and women incarcerated in prisons across the nation declare a nationwide strike in response to the riot in Lee Correctional Institution, a maximum security prison in South Carolina. 7 comrades lost their lives during a senseless uprising that could have been avoided had the prison not been so overcrowded from the greed wrought by mass incarceration and a lack of respect for human life that is embedded in our nation's penal ideology. These men and women are demanding humane living conditions, access to rehabilitation, sentencing reform, and the end of modern day slavery. And so these are the national demands of the men and women in these prisons. Immediate improvements to the conditions of prisons and prison policies that recognize the humanity of imprisoned men and women. An immediate end to prison slavery. So all persons imprisoned in any place of detention under United States jurisdiction must be paid the prevailing wage in their state or territory for their labor. Okay, so they want to be paid like actual real money. The Prison Litigation Reform Act must be rescinded, allowing imprisoned humans a proper channel to address grievances and violations of their rights. The Truth in Sentencing Act and the Sentencing Reform Act must be rescinded so that imprisoned humans have a possibility of rehab and parole. No human shall be sentenced to death by incarceration or serve any sentence without the possibility of parole. The immediate end to racial overcharging, oversentencing, and parole denials of Black and brown humans. Black humans shall no longer be denied parole because the victim of the crime was white, which is a particular problem in southern states. Whoa. An immediate end to racist gang enhancement laws targeting Black and brown humans. No imprisoned human shall be denied access to rehab programs at their place of detention because of their label as a violent offender. State prisons must be funded specifically to offer more rehab services. Pell Grants must be reinstated in all U.S. states and territories. And then the voting rights of all confined citizens serving prison sentences, pretrial detainees, and so-called ex-felons must be counted. Representation is demanded. All voices count. Damn.
That's lit.
It's a lot more stuff too, but
Yeah.
whoever's organized is pretty informed and ready.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah.
See, I feel like if I became a lawyer, I would want to like do something like that.
Yeah, and then these are the strikes they're gonna have. They're doing work strikes, so they're not gonna report into their assigned jobs. They're having sit-ins where they'll engage in peaceful sit-in protests and then boycotts. So they're gonna halt all spending, and then they're also gonna do hunger strikes.
So
and then they also,
So hunger strikes, that just means they're not going to eat, right?
Yeah. And so if you want, go ahead.
This is sitting.
What's the sit-in?
Yeah.
They'll just engage in, I guess, a peaceful sit-in in areas where they're not allowed to sit, I guess. Or it doesn't even have to be where they're not allowed to sit. They'll probably just sit in silence and not say anything. Yeah. But then at the end of the letter, it says how you can help. So here's how you can help. You can make the nation take a look at our demands, demand action on our demands by contacting your local, state, and federal political representatives with these demands. Ask them where they stand. Spread the strike and wear the strike in every place of detention. Contact a supporting local organization to see how you can be supportive. Be prepared by making contact with people in prison, family members of prisoners, and prisoner support organizations in your state to assist in notifying the public and media on strike conditions. Assist in our announced initiatives to have the votes of people in jail and prison counted in the elections. And that's pretty much it. But
will you send me the link?
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
That's all in the article, right? That J. Cole tweeted?
Yeah, so yeah, if you go on the article, yeah, I'll send it to you later, Daisha. But yeah, if you go on the article and scroll down, there's a part where it says strike organizers have spit out 10 demands, and you just click on the words 10 demands, and it will take you to that letter. Yeah. And if anybody else who's watching the video curious about the article, I'll post it in the description box. Yeah. But yeah, Jasim, I know you gotta go, so we're gonna go ahead and end this. Like the stream if you like the stream. Feel free to comment, subscribe, and share.
Follow me on social media right here.
That thing's backwards, Jasim.
Wait, what?
It's reversed.
That's crazy because I wrote it reverse because it showed up. When I wrote it straight, it showed up reversed. So I wrote it reverse.
There it goes. There it goes.
See, on my screen it's showing up reverse. So I thought I was reverse. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah. This is my Instagram if y'all want to follow me. But yeah, thanks for having me on the show today.
Thanks for having me.
Yep. Thank you guys for coming through. Appreciate it. Appreciate y'all. And yeah, we'll be done. I'm gonna